Hello, my beautiful friends. So, time for a soapbox. Soapbox with BRG. So, I just got done watching a video by Dr. Jackson Crawford, and I'm going to link it below. It's a very good video, and I recommend that you go watch it. You can even pause this and go watch it. I like Dr. Crawford's channel. He has a lot of really great information about all kinds of things, really, but he is an expert in both linguistics and in Scandinavian things, and he's been all over looking at runestones all over the world. And it begs the question, his video is talking about runestones used for magic. And so, as you know, I am the only person, as of yet, that reads runestones every day on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And I want to be clear, if you watch his video, not to get all angry at him, because he's right. Runestones in and of themselves, we use as a divination tool in different practices. Druids, Wiccans, witches, pagans, people, nondescript spiritual people will use runes to meditate, as I do, right? But in and of themselves, they hold no magical properties of their own, right? It's always, no matter what we use, I could use this pepper right here and use it as a divination tool because it's my intent in using it that makes the intent, right? So I could say, well, this is, feeling kind of fuzzy. I'm going to have a fuzzy day. It doesn't feel fuzzy. I just bought it today because I'm going to stuff it with good stuff. Divination tools are just a way for you to explore whatever your spirituality is, and whether that's Celtic spirituality, which is what I embrace, or whether it's pagan spirituality, or if you're a witch or a Wiccan, whatever tool you use, whatever divination tool you use to get closer to your source. In my perception, that's God, and as you know, I'm Christian, so it gets me closer to Christ, not the church. I have a very good friend who's very angry at me right now, who thinks I've been led down the wrong path. I am not impressed by the words of popes. I'm sorry. They're human, and that's just the way I see it. So, I really think, this is kind of rambly, and I apologize, but because I just watched the video, and I was kind of excited that somebody talked about it, because I think it's important to say that, we have the story of Odin, who sacrificed himself to get the knowledge of the runes, but as Dr. Crawford says, that wasn't necessarily even about the meaning of each individual rune. It was that story is about, Odin wanted to get the language. He wanted to be able to communicate in the language. So whether or not the different meanings of, Fehu, which means cattle, right, or money, whether that's what Odin was told, or whether he was just told this is the letter F, I have no idea. Nobody knows. The sort of meanings that we've attached to each individual rune is actually pretty modern. Modern being a few, maybe 1,000 years or so. I think Dr. Crawford says, even in the Christian era, Christians assigned Christian meaning to runes. So I think the way that I read them is, when I first started learning to use them as a divination tool, I looked at a lot of different resources and a lot of different books, a lot of books that come with the runes when you buy them. And I accepted the common denominator. What did all of the books say, or most of the books say, when it comes to the specific, runes on their own? And I use them as a divination tool. So when I pull one, or pull three, or pull a Celtic cross, or whatever, it's really just a meditation tool for me to grow closer in my own spiritual path. And because I'm not dogmatic, and because I don't think my path has to be your path, and your path has to be my path, and I'm not here to recruit anybody or evangelize to any particular spiritual path, to me it just brings value to me in my spiritual journey. And if that resonates with you, that's fantastic. And if it doesn't, and you think it's bullshit, that's fine too. It's okay, because you know what? That sun is going to rise tomorrow, and it's going to set tomorrow night. And whether you use a pepper or bananas or an avocado, I have a beautiful avocado over there. Whatever you're using to grow closer to your divine source or to your understanding of the meaning of life, it's all good. It's all cool, right? So I appreciate Dr. Crawford's video. I recommend that you go watch it and some of his other videos and read some of his books, all of his books. He is very confident in his abilities, I will say, and that can kind of be hard to listen to, because I'm all about light and love and warm fuzzies. He is not that, but that's okay, because not everybody in the world can be full of warm fuzzies, right? We need folks who aren't warm and fuzzy, and that's not an insult to him. In case I don't think he would ever watch a video of mine, but if he did, I don't think you should discount him, because he's not. He doesn't believe in magic. He's very honest about that. He's very honest about what he believes in. As far as, the historical sense of rune stones, the big stones, and the different places they exist in the world. And I think his stuff is worth watching, because it's always worth knowing the truth about the origins, at least as much as we can know, given whatever archaeological information exists. And we always do have to be careful about the written accounts of anything historical, because history is written by the victors, right? So what we know about Druids, most of what we know comes from the people who conquered them. So can we trust that? I don't trust the modern Druid movement, even though I sort of subscribe to some of the beliefs within the system. I'm not wholly convinced by the modern movement, because I think it is just like church. When I wanted to go to church, I did go to a church. You can call your priest whatever you want. You can light your candles and wear your hats. Guess what? They do that at church and in synagogue and in mosques, right? So call it what it is. So I like Dr. Crawford's channel. I recommend you go check it out. And, keep an open mind. Whatever divination tool you use, it's fine. And whatever method you use to get closer to having joy and light and love in your life, use it, right? As long as it's not hurting others, and as long as you're not trying to force somebody to believe your belief system, and you're not forming cults out there, it's all good, right? I am wishing you all the best in light and love. Be well. Take care. Bye-bye.